the position clearly into Cox Corner. Warren Hughes in 4th place, unable to get close to Darren Turner. There, the second of the Vitaphone Maseratis, Andrea Bertolini aboard, and he's at the moment having to be content with following the number 2 car, the teammate Enrique Benoldi at the wheel. 2 Maseratis running in lockstep.
Great start by the Aston Martins. They've got a sort of a nice lead on that first pit straight, so I think it's something they've got a slight advantage there. But I think, as I said before, that Nissan, we can see again, it seems to be still hanging on the back of those Aston Martins. As the Lamborghini, I think, goes past the Maserati. I'm not quite sure. The Maserati was trying to pass the Lamborghini. Trying to pass the Lamborghini.
So the Aston Martin in first place.
And there goes Michael Crum down the inside of running a bit wide there. I don't know if he's going to stay in front. Yeah, I think he has. There's a lot going on there, but the Corvette's lost out 3 places on that manoeuvre.
Yeah, look at all that using the escape road there at the newly realigned club corner. Everybody out there in that runoff area. I don't think you're in favour of that, are you?
No, I don't think it should be used. It's not really there to be used, but these guys seem to be abusing it.
Yeah, it's there for emergency use only. There's Oliver Gavin again making another move down the inside. That is for 10th place, finding his way past the vastly experienced Peter Cox. Hagersport cars in 14th place making a move. And there's all sorts of jockeying positions on this first lap back to green flag racing. Down to the inside, this is the second of the Mad Croc Racing Corvettes. That is Xavier Masson making a move down into Brooklyn's corner.
Yeah, and that was a good move. That Chevrolet has been really, Corvette rather, has been really sort of losing it's possibly about 5 positions on that lap, I think it is.
Seiji Ara making a wonderful start. They're getting past a couple of cars, and the race leader Frederick Makowicki, a sensational opening restart there. Makowicki pulled out 2.5 seconds on an opening lap of the restart, and Jonathan Hirschi is just holding on from Darren Turner. Those two locked together as they came past the start finish line, and then Warren Hughes in the Nissan holding on in 4th place here. Looking back at the Joss mentioned Lamborghini, just holding off the 2 Maseratis, then another of the Nissans, then the Corvette, then the Lamborghini, then another Maserati, and here comes one of the Ford GTs trying to make a move on Andreas Zuber. And Zuber was a star 2 weeks ago in Abu Dhabi. He finished in 2nd place along with his teammate Mark Henarisi in that Phoenix Carsport racing car. But this weekend, his Corvettes are not quite as competitive. And we saw here at the restart, as we did at the beginning of the race, the Aston Martins running a little bit lighter than most of the other cars, and I think on the first lap particularly, that slightly lighter weight pays to their advantage.
Yeah, and they've got a slightly bigger restrictor, which actually restricts the air. It's something that they try and gain control of the cars, and it's slightly bigger here at Silverstone, and of course here at Silverstone it's exactly what you want, because we've got these long straights. As the Maserati tries to get up the inside of the Lamborghini, very close, he's still tucked up behind him. Enrique Benoldi has a good chance here if he's going to swing down the inside. I think he's through on this one, as long as he doesn't run wide. I think he should be okay. Yes, he's cleanly through. Very good job.
Yeah, very good job. He sort of feinted to the outside there, waited till Joss Menton kind of committed to the middle of the road, and then dived down the inside. That's how you get it done.
Absolutely, textbook.
And we saw yesterday, Benoldi was driving the 2nd stint in yesterday's race. We saw him make rather more questionable moves, do we not, towards the end of the race. But this one, that's how you should do it.
Yeah, he's a very aggressive driver.
There it is, the second of the Sumo Power GT cars. That is driven by Michael Crum, and hot on his heels now is Oliver Gavin, the Corvette, the local driver from Yardley Hastings, not too far away from here at Silverstone. He's all over the back there, is on board here with Michael Crum. Ahead of him is Andrea Bertolini in 7th place, the Maserati. One of the Maseratis in front, and then the Lamborghini in front of that, and all sorts of battling up and down the order.
Yeah, great inboard shot, yes, exactly. With the Nissan, he's putting a lot of pressure under the Maserati in front of him, and the Nissans are doing very well at the moment. They're quite strong, it seems, in the race, and it's going to be interesting to see how the pressure he can put under that Maserati to get past, because it's important in this only 1 hour race we have. We've lost a bit of time with that pace car, and he needs to get up further up the field, but obviously he's not quite quick enough. And this is always the thing about this, these types of cars and these types of tracks. Some are quick in some parts of the circuit. Michael doesn't look very quick on the exit of that clubs section, but he seems to be a little bit better as we go into the arena part. So he just needs to get as close as he can when he gets that opportunity, when he feels that the car is good. And he's diving up the inside of the Maserati, trying to get that Lamborghini again. Andrea Bertolini.
You saw the standings at the bottom of your screen there. That is the positions as they are right now. We've got 9 laps in the books. We've got just over 36 minutes to go in this race, so another lap and the pit window will be open, and we can expect the first of the cars to be diving onto pit lane. Everybody will have to make a pit stop in the 10-minute window between 25 minutes and 35 minutes into this 1 hour race. In the meantime, the leader has pulled out quite an advantage over second, third and fourth, who are running pretty much together. So one Aston Martin well clear of the next two and the best of the Nissans. Warren Hughes running in 4th place. And here we are on board again with the second of the Nissans, Michael Krum in 8th place. And he thinks he knows he's got a faster car, at least at this stage of the race, than that Maserati, Johnny, but he can't find a way past.
No, he can't, no. And as I said, he's quick in the wrong places. He's quick when it's not easy to overtake, and then he's slower, obviously, where it's easier. And obviously, Bertolini, he's doing a good job. He's trying to close down the car in front, but he's also trying to sort of keep the Nissan behind it. But we're trying again. This is going into the Stowe corner. He's going to try and go around the outside, which I think will not quite work off, but he's trying very hard, and he could slip down on his inside if it's possible.
Well, I think he was trying to do that, and then that would give him the inside line for this ensuing corner. But look at Oliver Gavin!
Oh, that was optimistic. That was.
Well, he was down the inside, and Michael Krum just turned in there, irrespective of the fact he didn't know there was a second car alongside for sure, but he didn't know. But he did know that the Maserati was next to him, and he turned in anyway.
Absolutely, that was. I think that was optimistic. In one way from Oliver, but I think it was the way that everybody went into there, 3 abreast. But Michael cutting across the Maserati definitely was not good.
Yeah, that's what caused the accident. Yes, it was a big gamble from Ollie going down the inside of 2 cars. There is Michael Krum. He's ended up very much the worse for it. I think probably justice perhaps served there. Michael, you know, he certainly he didn't know there were 2 cars inside, but he did know there was one, and he turned in anyway. And that's pretty much a no-no, isn't it?
It is really, because it's a slow. You're braking to a slow corner, so to actually get in front is an impossibility, and I think that was obviously proof of that.
Here is this battle for second place, and now we see a couple of them taking the opportunity to come onto pit lane. That is Darren Turner in 3rd place, and Warren Hughes in a Nissan right behind him. So an Aston Martin and a Nissan into the pits at the earliest possible opportunity. And I think this is a very smart move. They were both being held up by that 2nd place car, number 10 of Jonathan Hirschi. So why not take the opportunity now to come onto pit lane and make their scheduled pit stop?
Absolutely, I think that's totally right. The Maserati Bertolini in also, so I think it's a good call on those guys to get in early, because they were being held up. Now they might have a chance of free traffic to get some speed, and obviously some overtaking when all these pit stops are done.
The Lamborghini of Peter Cox also onto pit lane. He will switch to Christopher Haas, and the pit stop's absolutely crucial here. Now they have to change drivers, they have to change all 4 Michelin tyres. Furthermore, however, there's only 1 air gun allowed to change these 4 tyres, and only 2 crew members are allowed to come out from outside the garage as well. So it has to be very, very closely monitored, very well choreographed. Look at these two coming side by side.
It's like in China.
So a good stop there by the Subaru power car. I think perhaps able to sneak ahead of Bertolini.
I think that is Warren Hughes to be.
Well, in that case, it must have been a slow stop for the number 22 car. We're going to have to wait and see. But Frederick Macabrecki in the race-leading Aston Martin car number 9. He stayed out. He has not yet made a pit stop. And look at the advantage that he has over his teammate, the second of the Hexus AMR cars of Jonathan Hirschi.
Yeah, well, this is where now, obviously, he's going to be pitting very, very shortly. And I think it'd be interesting to see if he can do some quick laps before he pits, which it looks as if he's doing on our board. I think then he will still have that lead once those pit stops are done.
on board the Maserati. Now that is now Michael Bartels at the wheel of this car. He has won this championship in 3 times in the last 4 years, and ahead of him is Jamie Campbell-Walter, another GT1 champion back in 2000 with the Lister Storm, the much loved Lister Storm, but now he's driving for Nissan, another British team, and he is, I think it was a slightly stop, but he is running well.